IoT design methodology. Introduction. In chapter 1 we have studied 6 IoT system levels, that is level 1, level 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Consist of different components and deployment configuration. For different applications, different levels are suited. Different components like IoT devices, network resources, application servers, database servers, web services, analytics components require interaction between them in IoT system. So designing IoT system is a challenging task because of various choices available for each component. It is very difficult for designers to evaluate among available alternatives. So IoT system designers consider specific product or service and design system with respect to that product or service. Disadvantage of above technique, it may lead to vendor lock, in which may be satisfactory to vendor but totally unacceptable to the customer. Another disadvantage is adding new feature or replacing certain service or product choice for component is very complex and sometimes may require redesign of IT system. In this unit, we will learn generic design methodology. That is, this design methodology will be independent of specific service or product. This methodology is also independent of programming language. Advantages of using such methodology, that is design, testing, maintenance, time is reduced, provide better interoperability, complete complexity is reduced. So various steps include, there are steps. First one, purpose and requirement specification, which define the purpose and requirement of a system. Very important, and it is the first step in IT design methodology. Second, process model specification. This is the second step in IT design methodology, which define use cases. Then domain model specification is the third step in IT design methodology, which include define the physical entities, virtual entities, devices, resources and services in the IoT system. Physical entities, that means things, Raspberry Pi, etc. Virtual entities, that is cloud system. Resources, various resources and services which are used for IoT design methodology will be included in the domain model specification. Next step, information model specification. It is the fourth step of IoT design methodology, which define the structure of all informations in IoT system. Next step, service specification. It is the fifth step in IoT design methodology, which map processes and information model to services. Define service specification. Next, IoT level specification, which define IoT levels. Next, functional specification, which maps various functional groups, that is mapping of IoT levels to different functional groups. IoT levels, that means IoT level 1, IoT level 2, 3, 4 and 6, which will be mapped to various functional groups. And then operational view specification, which define communication, service hosting, storage and device option. Device and component integration of devices and development and integration of the components. And last one, application development, which develop the application. So various steps involved in IoT system design methodology are shown in above paper. To explain every step in IoT system methodology, we will consider example of a smart IoT based home automation system. So which includes various smart devices like sensors, appliances, various appliances. We will put sensors into the light and each and everything, which will send data of each appliances to Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi will process the data, and there is a LAN port which will be connected data to the cloud system. We can control the lights automatically with the help of Android applications. So this is the best example of IoT design methodology. So these steps are very important, as we see: purpose, requirement specification, process model specification, domain model, information model, service specification, IoT level, functional group specification, operational specification, device and component integration, application development. So this chapter, that is the embedded IoT platform design methodology, consists of only all these steps and description of all these steps. So for remembering there is a brief introduction of each and every step. We should know about that. So if you remember this, definitely we will understand all this design methodology. Thank you much.